Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Thursday, March 18th. Another new high on the Dow today, 17-month high, 8th straight day that the Dow has gained. And, it's kind of funny, the trading alert we sent out today, uh, issuing a high cash stance, high caution on this market because, if you watch the TV or just look at the indices, you'd think we're in one mother of a bull market move. Uh, when in fact 90% of stocks right now are dead. This market sucks the last few days. There's no way to sugarcoat it. We continue to trudge higher, but the stocks that are moving are totally random. There's no rhyme, no reason to them. Actually, there is. If they have silly news, they'll run up 100%, is essentially it. Stocks are not bouncing, volume is not there, and, caution flags are out big time right now. For that reason, we're taking a little step back from the market. As I mentioned in the trading alert, sometimes the best trade is no trade, and this is that kind of market. We could easily see this market run up 100, 200 points over the next couple of days, and we could just as easily see it sell off 100, 200 points. And that kind of environment is not really good for anyone, shorts or longs. And for that reason, we're just sitting back. Looking at the Dow 15-minute chart, you can see we're entering our fourth week of this bearish rising wedge. Again, just last few days, just a really, really slow move higher. Looking at the daily chart, if we were just looking at the daily chart, we'd be going, yeehaw, look at this fantastic breakout we have here. RSI is up above 70, but, great breakout on the chart. We broke the previous highs. Unbounced volumes going through the roof. Problem is, it's on the back of just a few stocks. Looking at the S&P today, for every 2 stocks that were up, 3 were down. And then our favorite market indicator, the SMH, nicely red today and possibly a double top on the SMH. And remember, the SMH is what we pay attention to. Actually, the high of the day that they printed today, 5 cents below the previous high. If we see a red move on the SMH tomorrow, that will just confirm it for us. Again, volume pitiful in this market. Everything pretty overbought, and we are in desperate need of a retrace. Now, whether or not they give us that retrace remains to be seen. A lot of the speculative money is on the sidelines. A lot of traders are just sitting on cash and not doing a damn thing. And sometimes markets that have those ingredients, the powers that be, push a handful of stocks ever higher, and that paints the indices. Remember, it only takes a couple of stocks to punch the Dow up 50 points in a day. It only takes 1 or 2 of the right stocks to do that. Looking at the Russell 2K, possible top out here. RSI, very overbought. Stochastics, very overbought. Over the last 6 weeks, we have gone up over 100 points, 20% almost in the Russell 2K. And as I've said, repeatedly, we are in desperate need of a retrace here. And a lot of stocks are not responding. Before, you would see a stock pop and then it would follow through. Now you have everyone jumping out, taking 2-3 cents or whatever it is, or they're chasing the 1 or 2 stocks that are up ridiculously. Today it was SOMX. Let's pull that one up. Here is the 15-minute chart of SOMX. Got halted. FDA approved this drug. Off to the races. Big gap up to 8. Traded water till we came into the last hour, and then, given that it's a low float stock, the hedge funds came in and just jammed the shorts who couldn't find any shares to short, and away it went. But these are the kind of stocks that have been running over the last few days. SOMX up as much as it was today, a little bit ridiculous. If it continues tomorrow, depending on how high it goes, if you're able to get shorts, may make for a very nice short opportunity. These guys only have $4 million in cash left after they make a $1 million royalty payment. So in order to launch a new drug, they do have FDA approval. They are going to need a chunk of money, and don't be surprised very, very soon to see a little financing come out on this one. Too bad SOMX doesn't have options, or we'd be loading the boat here on puts on this stock tomorrow. But again, these are the kind of stocks that are moving lately. This is another one from yesterday, some garbage stock. The NASDAQ, it's getting ready to get delisted, and the stock went from, 80 cents to $4 on monster volume. Again, these are the kind of crappy stocks that are moving right now. Quality stocks, pretty dead. If they have any bounces at all, traders are selling into them, and for that reason, We are just going to sit back and relax. Even if it's only for a day or two, so be it. US dollar got a little bounce back on it today. It's holding the 50-day moving average. So, if we do see a rally in the dollar, they could take the wind out of the commodities, which has been a big part of the recent stealth rally in the Dow that most stocks aren't participating in. Stock plays. HILL was a trading alert yesterday. We got a nice pop on it yesterday. BS close on it, then a nice snapback pop again today to 163. Chart looks good, but given what the market is doing here and the way plays are acting, tough to hold any sort of size in this one. Chart looks great. I mean, if we were looking at this stock a week ago, fantastic setup on an unbalanced volume popping. Stochastics broke a downtrend. Positive MACD cross. All systems would be go for a test of the 50-day moving average. But, we've entered a cautious stage right now. We have been playing small for the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. Time to go even smaller if you're playing at all. Look to raise your cash levels. Target cash stance, if possible, is 60 to 75% right now. Just sit back and relax. We need a sell-off. I've been hunting through so many stock charts over the last few days, as I've told you guys in the chat room, looking at hundreds and hundreds of charts, and it's becoming very difficult to find anything with a decent risk-reward ratio. And also the popper scan, today's popper scan, 65 plays on the pop scan, which is another caution flag for us to step back from the market. Again, we could be cautious, today, Monday, Tuesday, and then we could go super bullish again and the market could reverse course. That's fine. We're just playing a little bit of caution right now. No harm in that. And let's jump into some other plays. DDSS continues to tread water here. Almost triggered our stops today. Got as low as $1.43. We really need a break. Actually, a close above 150 should light this one up. But again, this is subject to the current market environment. And, it's going to need a really big news event probably to pop it, or given what we've seen in other stocks, they could come out with some bogus press release and everyone and the mom might love it. It's just that kind of market right now. CRXX, we got our golden cross on this one yesterday. Kind of tried to pop today, but like most stocks, really dead. We're gonna give this one, if you're able to, another couple of days perhaps. If you want to play it tight to the vest, $1.18 to $1.20 would be your stops on this one. Again, if the market reverses course, you can always jump back into these plays, but a little bit of caution is not such a bad thing, especially when we have a market such as it is. RSI has flatlined, stochastics have flatlined, on-balance volume has flatlined, and this is pretty much what you will see in most stocks, just dead, go to sleep market. And we don't like trading those kind of markets, so we just step back and wait. API, our favorite play for the near term. This is again a victim of the current market environment. It doesn't take a whole lot of selling to push these stocks down. Would be targeting an add on this one around this area, again with a medium term outlook on the play. Another one with a similar setup is WZE. This is a play on the Apple iPad launch in 2 weeks. So, volume is lacking right now. Traders are not in the mood to speculate, and plays are just not really responding. So, like I said, we're just going to sit back, relax, high cash stance for right now. This could change tomorrow. Tomorrow I could be sending out a bunch of email alerts going, this market's on fire, time to jump back in. But for now, that is not the case, and it's unlikely that's going to happen. I was just throwing it out as an example. So, we need a retrace in this market, and hopefully we'll see one next week. We do have triple witching options expiration, so probably more of the same in the market tomorrow. And we do have the healthcare vote on Sunday. Be interesting to see. That could possibly be the excuse for them to sell the market off next week. We shall see. Targets on the downside would be a test of the 20-day exponential. That's at 10.532. That's about 250 points lower. This market, we could do that in a couple of hours. And then below that, the 50-day moving average at 10.400. So that's pretty much it for the video. It's been a really slow week. So what? We're going to have slow weeks. Market's overbought. We're not going to force any trades right now. And that's it for the video. I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.